Hello, everybody. I just wanted to take a brief moment to let you know about an approaching webinar that's going to take place on the 29th of April at 4:30 p.m. London time. Myself and fellow astrologer Carmina Amja will be hosting a workshop together on foreign residency and how to identify it using Vedic astrology and the cards of truth system. You'll learn how to determine if the potential for foreign residency exists, and if so, when that foreign residency is likely to come into being. So the fee for this particular webinar is $79, and you can register for the webinar if you wish at the link above in the video. Thank you. Bye now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to your Vedic Lunar Scope for the 23rd of April, 2018. The moon today will be transiting through Ashlesha Nakshatra, and over the course of the day today, it will make a conjunction with Rahu. Now, the north node of the moon, for those of you who aren't familiar with that. Now, when the moon connects with Rahu, there can be the tendency, especially with Ashlesha Nakshatra, to get swept away in the emotions or in the heat of the moment. And in getting swept away in the heat of the moment, forgetting exactly what kind of brought you to that heated moment in the first place that caused you to take the action that you did that built up into such a passionate frenzy that you forgot what you're doing and why you're doing it. Is that confusing? Of course it is, but so is Rahu conjuncting the moon. So today, any sense of hesitancy that you might be feeling is actually more of a blessing than it is a curse, even though it may feel like exactly the opposite. Because there's this one side of you that's really driven to create a shift right now in some area of your life, which obviously depends upon where this is all transiting in your horoscope. We'll talk about that later. You're really wanting to get the job done, but at the same time, you're feeling this passion to take action. At the same time, you're feeling this energy kind of pulling you back and saying, wait, hold on a moment. And it's likely going to put you through a state where you're kind of getting passionately drawn towards doing something that you sense is going to help you to move forward, and then simultaneously backing off of the situation a little bit. So the worst thing that you could really do today, is to actually two different things. So the worst things you can do today, I should say. So one of the worst things is to get so caught up in your emotions that you lose your sense of perspective. Okay? What are the things that are likely going to make you get caught up in your emotions? Well, anything that you feel to be a threat to your pride. So if you find yourself in that state to get today going, right, well, my honor is at stake. Re-examine that situation and kind of go, what's the difference between honor and pride, right? What is the difference between honor and pride? Quite often we think that we're defending our dignity, right? When in a sense, we are just afraid to look at a situation clearly enough to be able to gain decent information from it. So what does that translate into? Being humble. So sometimes we have a hard time with humility. So when you feel any threat to your honor today, back off a moment and see if being humble might actually help you a little bit with the situation. So that's something that can trigger you getting too caught up in the emotions. But at the same time, if you then go, okay, well, you know what? I can't let my mind go there. I can't get caught up in the emotions. I can't get caught up in those things that I'm feeling are holding me back. Equally, I can't get caught up in those things that are helping me to move forward. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to take all these things that I'm feeling and go, whoop, get to the side. Let's just focus on the task at hand, and let's not allow any emotions into the equation. But your emotions relate to the more sensitive side of your nature. And one part of that sensitive side, bing, is your intuition. So if you shut down that aspect of your being, your even though emotions and intuition obviously are very different, but if you shut down that aspect of your being, you're most likely going to find yourself in a position where you're kind of squashing your intuition a little bit. So you have to be careful how far you go. Allow the emotions to surface, right? Allow yourself to acknowledge what you're feeling, but try your best to not get caught up or wound up in it, and so that you're stuck in such a passionate frenzy that you just lose all sense of what the hell you were going to do in the first place. Okay? That's what you got to focus on today. There's a real great potential to kind of get caught up in the moment. But luckily enough, there's also this really strong potential to be able to put it all in perspective. And you just have to remember that second side of things. Put it all in perspective. When the moment arises, put it all in perspective. If you need a little bit of help with a tricky situation or a change that you're wanting to come into being and needing to understand why you're dealing with this situation in the first place, I do offer several different levels of astrological service. Those are available through the astrological services page of my website. If you wish to schedule with me, you can follow the link above in this video. That's going to do it for your Vedic Lunar Scope for the 23rd of April, 2018. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.